Welcome everyone to the AMA Cup Series live here on Extreme Sim TV. Once again, round number 11, yes, at Dover, Delaware. In the booth with me here tonight, our new full-time broadcaster alongside me for all AMA's action. It is one Mr. Mike Winter. Mike, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Alrighty, man. A little bit of a side note before we get going. Folks at home, on your broadcast at the bottom of the page on the channel, you're going to now see an option on your settings wheel to put it to 1440p 60. We're testing out 1440 tonight, so everybody, if you can, you're watching, switch over to 1440p on the quality and let me know if it makes a difference, if it helps, if it hurts, if it does anything. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Well, it is time for the Monster Mile, man. This place eats race cars for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do you expect here tonight from the mile?
I expect to see a lot of door banging. I expect to see a lot of fast laps. In practice here, a few guys are looking pretty quickly, looking really clean. And I just look for it to be a great race tonight, man.
Yes, sir. And me as well. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a boost and see if it can handle it here. But I do as well as we get ready to go. Wrapping up practice. Went live just a little bit earlier because of the bit rate change and the quality change. I wanted to be able to test that out just a little bit before we actually got the green flag racing action to where if we had a problem, we could fix it. But it looks like for now everything's okay. As you see at the moment, there is Max Ford on the racetrack. He is the quickest man in practice with 54 seconds left of practice tonight. How important, Mike, do you think practice or qualifying is going to be here at the moment at a place like Dover? Personally, I think it's going to be huge if you can figure it out. Put that car up near the front.
Yeah, it's definitely going to play an important part in tonight's race because it's one of those tracks that if you don't drive it right, it's going to bite you, and some people are going to figure that out tonight.
Right.
And being mid-pack is going to be a little hairy at first, so it's either going to be good to ride in the back and work your way up, or just try to qualify for first and see if you can get the top dog.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, right? As you see here, guys. 300 miles here tonight. That is a long way around this concrete jungle. but but as you see, we are currently done with qualifying or practice. We'll roll into qualifying right now. A little light on car count, 13 here tonight. No biggie. Admin box qualifying. Who is it going to be to put the car on the front of the board here for round number 11 here tonight from Dover, Delaware? The 11th round of the year ready to kick off. Qualifying underway. Derek right there in the 7. He'll roll out on the track right now. Derek, Zachary, Kyle, Heath, Michael, Kirk, Chad. Who have you got your eyes on here, Mike, for qualifying tonight?
Tonight, I'm looking at Max Ford. He's looking really good. He looked really strong in practice and was able to control the car pretty well. I think he's got a real shot at it tonight.
Well, we'll keep an eye on him. Derek on track. Max Ford there. Did he have a problem in his get up to speed lap? Let's take a look. No, he's actually rolling slow here, warming those tires up on the bottom of pit lane. Swerving very aggressively, trying to get heat into the tire. Compton top of the board. Derek, trouble back straight away. Not going to be good for his qualifying lap. Here comes Chad Winstead. You pointed out his car pre-race. You really like that paint scheme. So Winstead going to sneak through into 3 and 4. He'll duck that car right to the middle groove. Down the front straightaway. Let's see what Winstead has. 23-1, not too terrible.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good looking car. It gives me memories of Mark Martin back when he drove the Valvoline car.
Yeah, it really is a good looking car. It's a beautiful race car, as you see the 54 of Kirk. Winstead coming through, coming into P2, 23.0. Heath with that 29.0. There's Max Ford. You talked about him. His first lap, P2 on the board.
Yeah, definitely looking good as qualifying starts. Oh, he got a little loose there.
Way up the hill, man. He ate the hill up. He went way up there, had to gather it back in. Great job. But it looks like, yet again, Kyle Heath looking to get the pole here tonight. That's been a theme for about 3 or 4 weeks now with Heath. Really fast race cars. Kirk gonna roll to 7th. Kirk didn't have the speed all practice, in my opinion, that equates to a winning race here tonight. He's probably here trying to squeeze out a top 5 out of this one.
Nothing wrong with a good top 5. Get some decent points. Consistently finish top 5. You never know. You might find yourself up towards the lead for points.
I think do well in the stages, do your points. That's going to be the goal here tonight, I think, for these guys. Kurt,
yeah,
Derek,
definitely.
Brian, Kyle, Messer. And keep in mind, you got stages here tonight as well you got to worry about. That's going to be a factor. As you see Brian Messer on to the bottom. So there we go. We pretty much wrapped up qualifying, bud.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting start to the race tonight.
It's going to be really interesting to see what these guys can do. This plays so hard. We talked about it the other night in our other show, but tire wear here on a concrete surface, much like Bristol last night, that tire wear can creep up on you pretty hard. This track just does not rubber in like the asphalt variant either. And that is the hardest part of it all, right? As how do you manage tire wear here at this concrete jungle? Knowing that you've only got 13 cars. With 13 cars tonight, I'm not expecting a ton of yellows. We're going to have a lot of green flag laps. And I think tire wear management might be more important than speed in some places here tonight.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And, I got a couple buddies. They also run NASCAR, and they say that this track, they call it the cheese grater for the tires. So, yeah, saving tires is a big must here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the other aspect. You're correct in that it will absolutely cheese grade these tires up, if you will. But right here, I think, man, it's going to be so hard to predict, right? Because we've only got, 13 cars here tonight? So, going to be very interesting to see how it pans out. Let's look at the starting grid. Ignore the logo. I did not change it over due to we don't have one. It'll be Kyle Heath and Max Ford, Chad Winstead and Brian Messer, Zachary Compton, Kendall Paul, Brian Phillips, Derek Jewett right there alongside in 8th, Michael Kirk in 9th, Nick Alford 10th, 11th Christopher Melton, Brandon Hinton there in 12th, and 13th Douglas R. Johnson. 7 rows of cars here tonight, 300 laps here. If this thing went to green to checker tonight, you're looking at roughly about 2 hours even. We know we're going to have the stages in there that's going to throw the monkey wrench in it at some points tonight. I'm really curious, Mike, to see how they kick this off and start this affair and see what we got here over, the first 20, 25 laps.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real good battle on the start here against Kyle and Max. This is going to be a really, really, really good start to the race.
Master, Phillips, Derek, ready to go. It'll be Kyle Heath to bring them to green. 2 by 2. Here we go. So already ready to rock and roll here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Please welcome Mr. Mike Winter for his first AMA show here tonight. Let's have a good one, boys and girls. We're ready to go back racing yet again. A week later for AMA after Talladega, we are ready to go from Dover. Field behind the iracing pace car, making their formation laps, getting everything ready for what should be an excellent night of racing. I just realized I'm not on race control radio. I'll do that really quickly. As we go 2 by 2, coming to green, Mike, we're underway at Dover.
And here we go.
Into turn 1. This is going to be the tricky part of the racetrack, right? The 13 on the bottom, doing a heck of a job trying to hold the inside line. He'll fall right in line there with Max Ford, coming through turn number 3 and 4 already.
Yeah, it looks like Max kind of shut the door there on Brandon there, trying to keep a spot and get back up with Kyle here.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, right? Shut that door, make it happen, and that's exactly what he did. Working our way through here. Chad there, Brian, right, Messer, Kendall, Paul. Look at Paul back here trying to pick up a spot.
Yeah, good battle going there.
7 of Derek. Up top here, 3 on the board. Brian there going to lose a ground. Look at Brian sneaking through, trying to do something. Not enough. Derek going to get clear to the top 5. And
Christopher Melton here also going for a battle.
Melton. Brandon taking a look behind. Oh, that got tight. Off the corner with Melton and Brandon and who else was there? Douglas. They all 3 kind of got tight coming off the corner. About got in the fence, man.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
There's Doug, Brian, Kyle, Chad Winstead, Max Ford. Max trying to sneak to the back bumper of Chad, using that middle lane here, really getting right up next to that diffuser. And that's the thing, these cars with that diffuser underneath them in a place like Dover, I don't know how much having a car right there behind it is going to affect that race car.
Yeah, that's a hard call there.
Taking a look, Brian, Chad. It's very interesting. Top 3, Mike, has already separated themselves. As you see, Chad has got trouble from Max. Max was your favorite going into this. Are you surprised that car is running as well as it is early as he goes to P2 around Chad?
You know, honestly, I'm not surprised by the way the guy drove in practice. I'm still rooting for him. I think he's got a really good shot, and he's in a good position here.
Well, at least early on, he's in a great position. Falling behind Heath. Kyle continuing to hang on out front. 8 on the board. And so already the spread out begins. And that's what we kind of predicted here tonight. With the amount of cars we have, I kind of predict we're going to get spread out. We're going to have some long green flag runs. You see Mike right here, 11 seconds off the leader, 1.8 off the nearest car, Brian. And I think as you thin the field down like this, it begins to be one of those deals where the less cars you have, the more spread out it's going to get, the harder it's going to be to pass.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when they start to separate, it's hard to catch up.
Yeah, you don't have the ebb and flow going on. If you see somebody blinking there, that would be Nick Alford blinking just a little bit. First 10 already in the books here tonight. Heath Ford, Kyle continuing to lead. So it's way different for everybody involved, I feel like, now that we're 11 in and starting to really see. Let's check lap times. Last time by, 23.4. Fastest lap for Heath, 23.2. So already he's starting to lose just a little bit of time each lap as these tires continue to wear through.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, this track's the cheese grater, man. So some people are going to start slowing down, and it's going to be all about pit strategy tonight too. They're going to need to know what tires to change, when to do it, and take advantage of any cautions.
Let the pit strategies begin. Kirk out front, back to 12th. Kyle continuing to lead right now.
And it looks like even, I would say, the entire top 5 has made a pretty good gap here from the rest of the pack.
I would agree with that. You see Winstead, Paul, Derek, Brian. 0.6 of a second back, Derek. 0.9 now back, and kind of growing for Derek back in 5th. You see Messer trying to move forward. Zachary Compton there as well. 15 complete this time by. But I tell you what, Max Ford has done a heck of a job right now closing. And I mean, got it down to what, 0.7? 0.8 the gap?
Yeah, he's keeping it under a second, which is looking good. As long as he stays where he's at and stays patient, I think he's going to catch him.
Can he get there? That's the $1 million question. You know, 16 complete here. Kirk hanging on. A little bit of looseness there as Kirk's behind him. Kyle Heath right there as well. Folks, let's do a little bit of crank it up. What do you say? All right. Alrighty, I'm back here again, lap 90 and 190, your stage break numbers here. So we got a long way to go to the end of stage number 1. Winstead, Ford. Winstead gonna dip a nose underneath. Take a look at that. Winstead gonna try to make a move by your guy Ford there.
And he snuck right by him too. Pretty good move. Oh, here comes Max. Down the back straight.
Max gonna fight back on the top.
Oh, he tapped the wall a little bit. That's gonna let Chad ahead of him. Yeah.
Chad's gonna get clear. That was close. That could have been a lot worse. They nearly came completely together. Meanwhile, up in nowhere way, and Kyle Heath is at, what, 1.7 to the good now?
Yeah, he's just pulling away. Dude's driving his car like crazy. He's doing a great job tonight.
With the lap times to keep everybody informed, and we're only 22 laps in this run, we are now pretty much a second slower than where we began here this run. So again, the cheese grater effect already taking effect here just within the first 22 of this 300 lapper. Man.
Definitely a lot of race left here. If Ford can keep at least into the top 5, I look to see him make another shot for the lead here.
Another car right now coming alive. Look at Kendall Paul. Ford last time by 24.5. Paul this time by 24.2. Paul is making some ground. And keep in mind, he barely got in the wall there just a little bit. Keep in mind, this one of the series that Paul's had trouble with all this year so far in the first 10 races. Maybe tonight's the night, right, where you start to turn it around.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, he's got a lot of race left here, a lot of opportunity.
I know one thing, he is chewing into Max Ford's lead on him quite rapidly now. Last time by, 0.3 of a second quicker for Paul. That just tells you how much Ford used those tires up. He's pretty much 3 to 4 tenths of a second slower than everybody else in the field right now.
Yeah, Kendall, he's reeling him in quick. He's coming.
Oh, Ford got in the wall again, and that's another thing. The front tires start to wear. You start washing out on the corner exit. You don't have a lot of running room at Dover to wash out wide there without getting into that outside safer barrier.
Kendall Paul trying to reel in Max Ford here.
Ford doing a good job. Then we got a 3-car battle behind them. Compton, Messer, and Alford back here. So we got several mini battles taking place right now as we grind through this first stage. And for these drivers, this first stage here, pretty much a grind, buddy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's going to be a grind until the last few laps. You know, it's definitely going to be a lot of racing and a lot of grinding to get to that top spot.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do, right? You know, you start grinding away at this, trying to figure out what you need to do, at least early, to set yourself up for later in the race. You know you've got this long event right tonight. It's not a short race. It's not a sprint. You're just going to ride. And again, with the lack of yellows, I don't think it's going to get mixed up very much at all.
Yeah, and, you know, the way I'm seeing it now, it looks like until the first stage is over here, most of the people are just going to try to find their line and see what makes them quick. It's going to be a learning process until they find it. And once they find that line, man, this race is going to get even quicker.
Yeah, and take a look right now. Ford under fire from Paul. That'll move Paul, if he can complete the pass, to third. He does. Move Ford to fourth. Messer to fifth. Nick to sixth right now. So there we go. Paul was able to get by Ford. 60 to go here in stage number 1 here tonight. You see, you still got a long way to go, man, in this first stage. You know, and I think we will probably see them hit pit road before lap 90. I couldn't imagine they go that far on tires tonight.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. I would say maybe 75, 80, somewhere around there maybe. At least, you know, I think that's when I would do it.
Well, you start looking through. Derek back here, 3 wide. Hello, he's going to lose 2 spots. So, for reference, you take somebody like a Brandon, a Derek, somebody back here a little bit further back in the field, man. And this time by, they ran a 25.73 to a 23.3. That's what, 2 seconds of fall off, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, a lot of wear and tear. 24 up at the front, 24 5 for Kyle. So even the fastest car here, Kyle Heath, has lost about 1 second and 3/10 already. Nick trying to move his way forward around the 51 of Brian Messer. Paul sliding back to 5th. Max Ford's on the struggle bus. He's going backwards.
Yeah, he looked good at the beginning there, and now he's just getting the old freight train here.
He's already back to 7th. And there's no reprieve in sight for him because, again, we're a good, 50, 60 laps away from stage break here tonight. So he's got to limp this thing quite a ways further before he can get down pit road and get new tires on that car.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after everybody takes their pit stops.
Yeah.
Chad out there looking good in second place, though. I got to say, he's doing a really good job tonight.
So keep a note for the race leaders, the fastest guys here, over the 38 lap run. Keep a note for later. It's about a second and a half fall off for the fast guys. So, that's kind of where you want to be. Derek washes back. He's in big time trouble. He's in the 25s as well. So is Kirk. I mean, they're probably going a lap down before the end of the stage.
Kyle Heath here already going through lap traffic.
That car just on a rail right around the bottom is Kyle Heath tonight. Man, I'm not.
Yeah, he looks.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, it looks like he really knows what he's got planned for the rest of the race here. I mean, he's got a good gap. He's kept good control of the car, and it looks like tire wise he's set for the rest of the stage.
My opinion so far, what I'm seeing this early in this race, Kyle Heath's on another planet tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely got it figured out. Whatever it is that you got to do on this track, Kyle Heath, he's definitely got it tonight.
The only car really in his ballpark lap time wise right now is Nick Alford in third. He's running a 24.5. Winstead 24.6s. Brian 24.7s. 24.8s for Kendall. And then we start getting into the 25-second bracket. So, right here, and you see that gap out front staying consistently growing here at the moment. A 4-second lead, that's quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, that's quite a bit for oval racing. Actually, any racing, period. 4 seconds is quite the gap.
So it's 4 seconds from Kyle to Chad, then another 4 seconds from Chad to Nick, then another second plus from Nick to Brian. So they're all spread out pretty well even around the racetrack right now. And that is kind of what I predicted, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of see that coming for the next stage as well. I think we're going to see some new leaders, though, possibly in the next one. And I think Max Ford's going to be one of them people that are going to be ready to go in the next stage. And I think that we'll see him battling. And I'm pretty sure that Nick will probably be there too. He's looking good out there as well.
Yeah, he is right here. Working our way through. Paul. Heath. Nice run for Heath. Penguin to lead. So again, Messer. Chad Winstead. Nick Alford. Max Ford. Look at Max. All the way back to 7th. 25.3. He is still struggle busing it around the racetrack right now.
At this point, if I was in his seat, I would just maintain and finish the stage and then take a pit stop, get any repairs needed that we need to get some fresh tires, flash of gas, and get her back out there and see what we can do with her.
So it's pretty much the plan, right? What you're going to need to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it looks like he's having a heck of a time right now.
Well, we are officially crossing halfway in stage number 1 tonight. Halfway home. Halfway home and halfway to go. Ain't that a good signal?
Yeah, and for us being halfway through the first stage and no cautions, these guys are really, really doing a good job of keeping their car on the track and staying out of danger here.
Well, this goes back to my early prediction, man. I didn't think we were going to have many yellows tonight, just from the standpoint of, well, we don't have a ton of drivers out there for this one, and we're seeing that become a thing, right? So the prediction was kind of there that this is exactly what we'd have.
A lot of good racing. Car count is pretty decent, and driver skill out here is just amazing. These guys are really doing what they need to get around the track and get around the track cleanly and laying down some good laps.
Where's Chad? Second. Nick, third. Here we go. 40 to go in stage number 1 here tonight.
And it looks like Nick may have slowed down a little bit. He's at an 8.7, and I believe earlier he was around an 8.4, 8.5.
Yeah. There's Kyle. It's very interesting to watch as they negotiate 5 seconds from first to second. But here's the real question: with 40 to go in the stage, Kirk already a lap down, Ford now a lap down, and Ford, one of the first cars, he's down pit road. There we go, and more coming down with him. Derek coming down in the 7th. So here we go, a little bit of strategy out of Ford and Derek coming down 4 tires. They're going to try to make some ground back up on those fresh tires here.
Yeah, definitely. I think that with a set of fresh tires maybe and a little bit of repairs, they might be able to pull something off and gain a little bit of ground here. And when the next stage starts, who knows? He might get the lucky dog.
Yeah, all right, so Derek's going to lead pit road. It'll be 3 laps down for Derek. Note to self, they lost 2 laps on pit road. So it's going to cost you 2 on pit road here tonight. Now, Derek's going to look like a speeding bullet compared to everybody else right now on those fresh tires. It's just how far does he make up, right? The 13 is right in front of him. Here comes Derek to the back bumper of Kyle. This will be for one of the laps back right here. Look at this speed difference of fresh tires here. Down into the corner, and Derek literally has to get on the brake to load that car up. He'll get a lap back right there.
And he clears him. Yeah, this is a guy on a mission right here, folks.
And unfortunately for you, Max Ford's still on pit road.
Tough break. Whoa, we got one that was just loose there as Derek was going by up against the wall there.
All right, so now Derek's going to be back to 2 down. We'll see how this cycles. What he needs here is he needs everybody else to have to stop before the stage break. That would set him up. If nobody else stops, well, you're kind of behind the 8 ball here.
Yeah, and I think that's what he had for a plan. He wanted to be the first one of the first ones to get into a pit stop. This way, while everybody else is taking their pit, he's out making laps.
But what you don't want to see is the caution come out. Because if a yellow comes out right now, his plan is thwarted, right? His plan is null and void if that yellow comes out. Because right now he's still 2 laps down.
Yeah, so for his sake, let's pray that it stays green flag here.
And you see Heath out front right now, 24-7, 23-2, so he's lost about a second and a half. Last time by, Derek, for example, ran a 23-3, 24 flat, 0.7 of a second faster in traffic than Kyle. We'll see how this works out. Here we go, Brian Phillips on pit road. Another car down pit road is going to be Phillips and on down 4 tires and fuel.
And like you said here, Derek Jewett has got one heck of a rocket of a car right now. I mean, he's even putting a gap between him and the leader that he passed.
Well, I mean, it's just, those tires mean so much. That is going to be. Now, the issue here is if Kyle Heath does not pit and Derek can't get around back to him before the stage break, which I don't think he will, right? So that tire advantage is only going to last so long before it starts to even out, right? That's going to be the problem for him.
Yeah, so he's going to have to come up with another strategy here, possibly.
Well, it's 20.
But I like the fact that he tried to make it to where he was the first one into the pits, just in case that people start to pit before the stage end.
Well, right now, what have you got to lose, right? Compton going a lap down here. Now 7 cars left on the lead lap. You got to play a strategy if you're going to get to him. I mean, that's all there is to it. Winstead and Mr. Kyle has proven they're quick tonight. It's going to take some strategy games to win it from them. So we're about 25 away from what will be the stage break. Then what? What is the decision at the stage break and what do you do?
Well, I would say for the guys that are lap down, keep your car out and try to get as many laps in as you can in that second stage. For the guys that are leading, I would say that is your opportunity to get tires and gas for sure.
I would agree in a way. I still think everybody's going to come down. I think you're going to have to. I mean, as hard as it is tire wear tonight, I don't think you're going to have much of an option but to come down.
Yeah, because this track, like we mentioned earlier, is pretty rough on the tires.
So right here, he's still at the 24/7s, but he's got a 10-second lead over Nick Alford in third. Think about that. He's opened up an absolute 10-second gap over the field.
Yeah, that's blazing fast.
Holy moly. Garrett, Brandon back here, Christopher Melton. There's Brandon. So everybody, here's the thing, man. Everybody's pretty well spread out around the racetrack here.
Yeah, this is what's going to make everything interesting here. And if Nick here, our guy in third, is going to want to make a shot for the win here, he's going to have to do some drafting maybe with some lap traffic maybe and see if he can get up there.
Yeah, that unfortunately, yeah, I don't even know like if that would even work here. Unfortunately, that is just the problem that you're gonna have. The way this car sets on old tires, you're not into the throttle long enough. Max.
Yeah, it's definitely a different car compared to the way that the cars used to handle.
Yeah.
And I've only drove this car maybe once or twice, and I even noticed this thing is way different.
Yeah, it's especially on old tires with the wider tire. It really handles way, way, way different than anything else. That big wide tire that they got on this thing, it doesn't even wear to the way that it used to wear. The car, to me, really doesn't pick up a push or anything. It just gets slower. It doesn't really push. It really doesn't get it loose. It just gets slower.
And that it's kind of proving that here tonight when looking at lap times and the gaps here.
Yeah, and it's staying the same, 72 on the board. Douglas, Kyle, Chad, 73 complete. Nick, Brian. So on the happy side for some of these guys, we're going to be down to 15 to go in the stage.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I would say, your definite call there to take pit stops for sure.
Here we
and
go.
be ready for that next stage.
Kurt down, 2 laps down. Might as well. If you're already laps down, you might as well come down. You ain't got nothing to lose. If you're the leaders, I don't know that you can do that. I really don't know if they can come down. I think they're going to ride this stage all the way to the end with 15 to go till stage end. I think the tires are going to make it. That'll put them 90 laps in. Stage break caution. Right now, Paul diving down, though. So here comes Paul down pit road. And now that leaves Messer, Alford, Heath that's on the lead lap yet to stop. Compton down pit road. Kirk down pit road. A rash of yellows late in the stage. And the one that works out for there is Derek, man. Because he was that first car to come down.
And for the leader, you know, it's definite that, you know, keep the car out, finish the stage, especially if you want that win, keep her out there and just hang on to her for as long as you can.
Well, that's assuming the tire will make it that long. That's the thing. And assuming you've got enough fuel in the car to make it to 90, which I'm assuming they do.
About that. Yeah. Fuel's definitely be another thing they're going to have to keep tabs on for sure.
So Derek pitted 25 laps ago, okay?
Yep.
He is still about 0.8 of a second quicker, faster than your leaders. So he has made up pretty much 25 seconds and 25 laps.
That is flying.
We'll see if he can actually get there. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get to the back bumper of your leaders. But he even jumped Kendall Paul by basically a full second or full 25 seconds here. So he jumped Paul. Brandon hasn't pitted yet. Neither is Melton. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 race cars. Your top 6 have not pitted yet in this stage.
Derek here in the 7 car catching up to Chad.
That should be another lap. He's getting or working on getting back. He'll get by Chad here now to go try to run the leader down to get yet another lap back here. That puts him back to 1 lap down. If he can get there, 81 on the board. There'll be just a few more laps to go in the stage. But that did not go well. Something happened off of 2 there. Got the car out of shape. He's got to gather it back up. Heath right now in the grand position here of a 6-second lead over the field. So he's continuing to lead here.
Here goes Derek down low. And he clears him.
So now he's got to try to go run down your leader. We got Melton on pit road. Melton giving up the ghost here. Man, and so now Melton down pit road. That'll leave 5 that have not stopped. Melton right there. And he'll lose a spot to Derek. Now Messer, Alford, Winstead, and Heath have not pitted. Coming to what will be 6 to go in the stage. Paul picking up a spot from Melton here, moving back into 6. Heath out front. If he can stay out and get this car to the bitter end of this stage, it's going to be 10 stage points for Kyle Heath here.
And with only 5 to go, he's looking good.
Yeah. And again, the length of this first stage is just about the length of stage 2 by the time we go back green. We should go back green about, 95 if the yellow comes out at 90, 96. And then we'll run to 190, so that'll be about another 90 lap run to 190, and then that'll leave us with a 110 lap run to the end of this race. Etho, right on rails. He is in great shape, in my opinion, to get to the coveted spot at the end of the stage of not pitting. 88 that time by.
I'm really looking forward to this next stage here, though. Everybody's going to be fresh. Everybody's going to be ready.
And what did you learn in stage 1 to help stage 2, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to who figured out how to run the track and how to save tires.
So at the end of the stage, the way it's looking, if it stays as we set, it'll be 4 cars on the lead lap when we go back green. Messer right there. 89 on the board coming to it. There's Paul getting by Messer. Again, that's not for position. He's going to sneak through. He'll take lap 90. Next time by him will be the yellow flag for the end of stage. Here tonight, here we go. Kyle Heath on rails in stage number 1. Heath will come through to collect stage number 1 here tonight.
Very, very good job by Kyle Heath.
Winstead should I think Winstead will be second here. There you go. Alfred will come through to third. And the final car on the lead lap, Messer, is fourth. And then Derek will come through in fifth. Where it's going to take a bit to get the yellow out to let everybody cycle. Now it comes out. And look at that, buddy. At the end of stage 1, 4 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's crazy. I expected, honestly, to see more than that on the lead lap, but it looks like these top 4 guys just got it figured out here and didn't need the pits at all.
So there we go. And here we go with the open pit road. Heath will come down. Winstead will come down. Derek will catch up to the pace car here. So, what do you say we go to quick commercial break here in stage 1?
Sounds good to me, buddy. places.
Alrighty, and we're back ready for stage 2, and with some new notes here. I believe we're going to make it all the way. We can go green from here for stage 2. So, lap 190, the second stage break will be lap 190. That is about 95-ish laps from now or so. So here we go. Rack 'em and stack 'em, coming to green. We will have 4 cars on the lead lap ready to go. Kyle Heath, Chad Winstead on the front row, green in the air. We're back underway, Mike.
And Heath with a great restart there.
So now everybody on even tires now. Reset the field. But again, we only got 4 laps. The way this cycled out, with 4 cars on the lead lap, we'll see how it goes all the way to the end of this stage. And I think they've learned enough, man, that they know now that you can make it to the end of the stage. I don't see anybody pitting this stage.
Yeah, definitely. I see everybody just trying to stay on the track and trying to gain some position here.
Yeah, I mean, unless you severely hinder your tires, I don't see any way that we pit. Now, the other question is, let's fast forward in time here. We come down at lap 190, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go green, say 195, right? Like we did right here. That leaves us with 105 laps in a race. Theoretically speaking, if you could stretch the fuel, you could go all the way through stage 3 as well to the end without stopping.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come down to draft, I think, because that's going to save on some gas, definitely. And it's just going to come down to knowing if your car has enough gas left to do the job without pitting.
Yeah, I think you ride quarter throttle. You don't worry about catching the guy in front of you. You just save for the first half of the run to make sure you've got enough if we don't have any natural yellows. The only yellows so far tonight was for the stage that we had at lap 90, and I think there's a good chance with 200 to go that we run this thing a green flag to the end.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it be pretty much an all green flag race tonight.
Oh,
look at Chad here.
Chad, right.
Making Kyle Heath work for it.
Man, he is there.
Yeah, he is all over him.
But remember, we saw this in the first stage, and then as the stage wore on, that's where Heath's car really came alive. But Winstead's going to try to get under him here. He does, alongside out of turn 4. Winstead and Heath 2x2 down the front.
Kyle Heath just takes it right back from him.
Kyle Heath says, no thank you. Me don't want none, no thank you.
Chad knocking on the door and Heath literally saying, nobody's home, sorry.
Nobody's here. We don't know you. Winstead right there trying his best. Alfred Bryan there as well. He's continuing to dominate right now. This has been a race of dominance from Kyle Heath.
Yeah, this isn't something that you normally see in a NASCAR race. Like, he's really, really got a good feel for this track.
There we go. I think he's going to be standing on top of the car by the time the race is over, yelling, acknowledge me.
Right?
Winstead Alfred, nothing they can do. Messer, right there as well. Kirk, back here side by side with Paul. And man, it's so interesting to watch.
One more time down the back straight.
Oh.
To the inside.
I think Chad's going to get clear, maybe. No.
Oh, he said, not yet, buddy. I ain't done with you.
Well, you know what he's doing here? He's making.
Oh, and there he goes.
Yeah, but he made Chad use a lot of tire right there to make that happen. And that can come back to haunt him later on.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Kyle there was just trying to save some tire by going high and keeping his line and making Chad there get under him a few times and just use more grip trying to keep it low.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a beautiful plan, right, if it works. I'm not sure that it'll work, but we'll see if that plays dividends later on tonight. We've still got a long, long way to go tonight at Dover. Nice work. Winstead, Kyle, Nick right there in the line as well.
And here comes Alford to join the fight.
Yes, sir, and trying to hang on. Beautiful racing overall here. So Brian right there doing everything he can. Chad right there, nice job. So man,
I think we're about to see one heck of a battle here, guys.
I think so too. And look who's right back to him. It's Kyle Heath. Look at that. Heath right to the back bumper.
Wow. Alford making some time quick here.
Right there to him. Already. Nice and tight, Chad. Alford. Look at Brian there as well.
Yeah, Brian's sticking right to Alford's bumper here, trying to stay in the battle here.
And not letting up either. So 113. What are you surprised after 113 laps tonight about?
I am really surprised about Kyle Heath so far. Like, he's just really good at managing his car. And he's doing it on a difficult track to do that with.
Taking a look, Chad, Kyle, Nick there as well. Good run.
And Alford, too. He's impressed me quite a bit with his fast laps and just making up time where he's needed.
Alfred really trying to close and really doing a decent job of it, right?
Yeah.
And so much fun. 115 on the board this time by. This is so interesting to watch.
I think within 3 laps here, we're going to try and see Nick possibly make a move.
It is possible at this point. Chad right there continuing to lead Kyle, Nick closing as well. Really doing a heck of a job. And look at Kyle right to the back bumper of Winstead again.
Yeah, they are tight.
Nice job, Kyle. Trying to close. Kyle trying his best to do anything he can here. So I'm impressed here that the tires are holding up on Winstead's car as well as they are.
Yeah, because it looks like he's really pushing that car.
Me too. I really think that. Very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen in the later laps here with these two.
But you see Kyle right back to the back bumper. There we go. Right to the back bumper. Nice and tight, 118 on the board. Again. Winstead, Keith, nice and tight up front.
What a battle they've got going on here.
We've got it already down to what? 70 to go in the stage?
Yeah, yep.
Nice job. Tight. Really, really tight up front. And here we go. He's starting to peak to the bottom. Remember when we talked about Chad burning it up a little bit to get by him earlier? Here's a perfect example.
Yeah, I think Heath knows that he made him chew up some tire there.
It's working out right now. So Kyle, right to the back bumper. Now underneath.
Oh, here they are side by side.
And gone.
Oh, and he got him back. He's got the lead again.
Well, exactly. And, you know, that's what we talked about. And it worked right to his plan, did it not? He saved enough, got right back by him.
Yep, he literally played him like a fiddle on that one.
Brian. Derek, Christopher. Kyle continuing to lead. 1 and 2 right now. Chad Winstead, Nick Alford there as well. $123. Messer. Brandon, Paul. Paul back there trying to kind of smooth his way through. Let's do one more crank it up, man, and ride on board with Kendall. All right, welcome back as we work through again. Nice job one more time. Nice work. So again, 129 this time by, working by.
You noticed on that last crank it up too, man. Sorry to interrupt you,
You're
but
fine.
you noticed Chad there when we were riding with him. right before we come back, look at how close he's riding that high side wall. Like he was just inches, and just doing it like no problem.
Yeah, like it's no big issue. Just another day in the car.
He's driving a NASCAR like he's Kyle Larson or something, man. That's crazy.
Now, Kyle is stepping away, though, out front, but not like he did the first time around.
Yeah, he's only got a little bit of a gap here, and I think that Chad is doing a great job of trying to keep up with him, keeping him within distance here,
Just keeping him in check.
and Alfred doing a great job keeping Chad in check as well.
Yeah. Kyle. Winstead, Nick, Brian there in the mix. So again, 133 this time by and hanging tight. So again, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Kyle Heath continuing to lead. Brian Messer. Look at Brandon back here. 2 laps down, but inside the top 10 at the moment.
Very nice job.
Brian, Kyle. Hanging tight. Nice job. Chad. Nick Alfred hanging on. Brian Messer in the top 4. Derek in 5th at the moment. Nice run for Derek right now. So he made that strategy call. Didn't get back on the lead lap, right?
Yeah.
But overall, not too bad inside the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, he's put himself in a good spot. Yeah, he might be a lap down, but think of how many cars are out there that are not on the lead lap and how
Right.
good he's still actually doing.
Kyle continuing to lead. Nice job. So again, 137 on the board. This time by Brian doing one heck of a job into 4th, but it's Kyle Heath checking out right now. Again, 138 this time by.
And it looks like he might have a little bit of lap traffic coming up here, too. So we'll see how that comes into play here in just a couple laps.
Nick, Brian, everybody right there, good job. We're pretty calm right now.
Yeah, I think everybody's just sit back and kind of just settled in here and
Doing nothing crazy.
For the race. Keeping her comfortable to where they don't have to push the car, but yet they know what they need to do to keep that momentum.
Kyle continuing to dominate. Kyle has just been. Can you believe that car has been as good as it has been tonight?
Yeah, coming into this, I thought Max was going to be the guy, but Kyle has really, really showed us what domination is here tonight.
Yeah.
And I mean, even now in stage 2, you see he's starting another gap here again.
Kyle. Derek, Paul, Christopher here as well. 141 this time by as they work their way by. Nice job. So what are you thinking here as you look at Kyle, Chad, and Nick all the top 3 just running nose to tail here?
This is definitely going to be a close call here. because it looks like Chad's catching back up here. Nick ain't far behind. And if they keep this up throughout the whole stage, it could be anybody's race here.
Right. So we give
Chad here trying to do something here.
Kyle, Chad right there.
He is eating up his rear bumper, man.
Yeah,
He's right there.
And again, we hate that the harp on it, but a total different stage this stage than what happened the last time with Kyle.
Yeah. Last time it was just, okay, I found the gas pedal, I'm gone. Now you got two other guys here that have figured out,
Right.
all right, we know what we got to do here. We're going to do it. And they're right there with him. They're not letting him go anywhere.
So again, 145 this time by already. Pretty much over halfway through stage number 2 here tonight. Kyle, right there, nice job.
You notice coming out of 2 back there, he really gained some time there in the entrance of 2.
Yeah, he does. One heck of, and again, it's the same old thing, right? Like, you start to gain, and then you lose a little, right? Gain, lose. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I've noticed that these last few laps, like, he'll catch up, and then Kyle on the straight is just gone.
Oh. Winstead, nice job. Kyle Heath hanging on as well. Well, everybody, look at Kirk back here. He's managed to slide into the top 10. Might be 3 laps now, but hey, top 10 nonetheless. A very interesting decision for a lot of these guys tonight, buddy, and how this has played out.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think as this goes here, we're going to get more answers later in this run, I do believe. Because already this run is different than the first one, correct?
Yeah.
Winstead underneath Heath again.
Oh, here we go for a fight.
Yet again, they're going to go at it one more time. But again, 2 by 2 into the corner.
Got him here.
Got him.
Got him cleared. Wow.
So my question is, what did Chad figure out here way better this time than last time to bring that car alive during this run?
Yeah, that's the question here, because he's definitely putting in the work here.
He figured something out. Nick there as well, which, if you figure it out this run, it pretty well is probably going to translate to the end of the run, right?
Yeah. I think these 3 guys are going to be the ones to watch towards the ending laps of the final stage for sure.
There's Heath. There's Nick holding on.
Oh, a little tap on the wall there. Okay, we got some lap traffic here down low. What's going to happen here?
Here we go.
Yeah, going low.
Good job getting by it, though.
Yeah, very smooth, very quick, clean. Whoa, what happened there?
Oh. That was not good. Held on to it. Now he's getting away. So starting to spread back apart again. Just that little bit of a bobble is all it takes.
Yeah, it doesn't take a big mistake to lose a lot of time on a race like this.
That time's going to be hard to make back up, too. Really, really hard.
Yeah.
Chad. Nick, right
Looks like
there.
Nick here might be trying to give him a draft buddy here and possibly try and get both of them back up there.
I don't think that's going to work at Dover. It can help, but it's not going to help as much.
Nick bouncing off the wall there.
Nick gets in the fence.
Looks like Chad maybe has made a little bit of time back.
Yeah, he's definitely closing about a tenth a lap here. Still a big difference from what was the first stage, where it was really, really off.
Yeah, that first stage by Heath, that was as good as it could possibly be by a leader.
Well, man, would you believe we're already getting down to about 30 to go in this stage?
Yeah, they're just pumping the laps out like crazy because everybody's keeping it on the track, keeping it clean, and that's what we like to see here, green flag racing, right?
Yeah, it has. And again, if I look back at all of this, dude, it's been a crazy ride all the way through.
Yeah, definitely has been something to watch tonight.
Paul back to 7th, Melton to 6th. Good run from Melton. Into the top 6 here. And we are again 160 on the board. So
Chad is trying so hard to stay there, but
right,
he's just pulling now.
Yeah, starting to lose that ground back to him. And now it's starting to look at what we've seen in the first stage.
Yeah. And like you said, it's going to be really hard to make up that time. And he is really doing whatever he can. It just doesn't seem to be working out too well.
I'll give him A for effort.
Yeah, same.
A for effort. We'll see if it matches up here in that final stage that we're going to have momentarily. But right now, again, that Kyle Heath machine is saying sayonara. See you next time.
It looks like he's making a little bit of time here on Heath.
A little bit. 24.5 to 24.5. Now 24.5 to 24.6. So it's just starting to come back in Chad Winstead's favor here. So, yeah, a little bit back. Kyle Heath right there as well. Nick Alford, Brian, Derek, Christopher there in the mix also.
Man, I can't wait to see who makes it into the booth tonight after the race.
Yeah, I mean, me too, but I'm in shock how this race has went so far.
Yeah. There's been some crazy moves out there tonight.
Winstead, Brian, Zachary, all single file.
Max Ford getting ready to be lapped once again here.
Yeah, Ford is in trouble, to say the least. 40 laps down. Had such a promising qualifying effort for it to all go away.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened when he went into the pits, but to be that far down, something major had to have happened.
Yeah, that seems like something on the equipment side or something.
Yeah.
Heath right there, continuing to lead. Chad Winstead still in second. Maintaining. Nick Alford still in third. Fourth, Brian. Fifth, Derek right now.
Heath trying to get around forward here. There he goes.
And does. So forward go.
Ford going high to let the lead cars by.
Unfortunate for Ford again. Just one of them deals.
Yeah. Can't win them all, right?
Yep. Unfortunate, man.
But you know, after seeing a qualifying performance like that, I think that this ain't going to be the last time we're going to see him up front like that.
Right. Kyle, Chad, Nick, Brian. So Kyle continuing to lead here, 170. You know what that means, bud? Roughly 20 to go in this stage.
Yes, sir.
Chad.
It's crazy to think that we're almost done with the second stage already.
Yeah, it has flew by, has it not?
Yeah, it really has.
Brian. Nick. Chad. Kyle.
You know, to go there, I thought Chad had something for Heath again, but now look at the gap. He's just pedaled to the floor and gone.
Mike electing to go back to pit road. So Kyle continuing to lead right now.
Doing a good job maintaining here.
Yep. Chad. Nick. Nice. So again, Mike, I tell you what, Mike not having the best run. Brian, Kyle right there as well. So Kyle, and again, that gap out front starting to really move its way forward here.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of pulling away here. Like, Chad was at one point right there on his bumper, and now he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah. And again, 174 on the board.
Some more lap traffic coming up, letting him by. Very nice. You know, I like when lap cars do that. It just shows the amount of respect they have for the other drivers here, too.
Chad.
Because you could be part of a league, and there could be people that, well, I'm only one lap down. I'm still going to race for it. But you see these guys, they're like, well, we're still trying to run our race. I'll just let you by. That way nothing happens. Total respect for your fellow drivers.
So again, 176. What a battle. There's Brian there as well. So, man, what are your thoughts here? What would you do at the end of the stage?
I think I would definitely take all four. And, yeah, I would just try and get as much gas as possible and try and finish out that last stage. And at the beginning, just try to save until you get maybe just past halfway, and then it's go time.
Yes, sir. Kyle continuing to hang on in front of Winstead at the moment. 178 this time by. Nick. Brian and Kendall in the top 5 here so far. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting moment at the end of this stage. So,
Ooh, there's some smoke there in 4.
a little bit of smoke, but we're all good. We stay green. So, buddy,
Board here.
it looks like Kyle again checked out. Chad stayed with him longer this time, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, there for a while, I thought that maybe Chad was going to jump out front and try to pull the same thing on Heath that he pulled the last stage. Like,
Uh,
I really thought that was going to happen, but no, he just bear down and he got his spot back and said, "See you, fellas. I've got a race to win."
See you later, alligator, right?
Right.
Taking a look here. Chad, Nick, Brian. Nice job. Brandon, Michael, Chad, and Kyle right there up front. Nice job. 183 on the board.
And we don't have too much longer until that final stage pops up.
Not at all, buddy.
What are you expecting to see in the last stage here?
I don't know because it flip flops so much in this one. It'll be very interesting. I know that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to guess what's going to happen on the next stage here.
Yeah, it kind of flip flopped this stage just a little bit. We'll see what it works like next stage, that's for sure. Again, lap 190 will be stage 2 coming to an end. Nice job.
And being in Kyle's driver's seat right now, he's got to be thinking points at this specific time. Like, he's about to take stage 1 and 2 here.
Not surprised. Not surprised at all. I'm not shocked at all, man.
You know, I really, like I said at the beginning, expected it to be Max, but after Kyle hopped out front, it blows my mind how good this guy is.
Yeah, it continues to be, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. He continues to be that good, man.
I mean, it's like his car is like on a set of train tracks. Like, it is dialed.
Yeah. So 188 this time by Brandon, Zachary, Michael, Derek, Chad. 188 on the board. Kyle. Nice job. $188 this time by. 189 this time by. So here we go, coming to the end of the stage. Here in a moment. Kyle continuing to lead. So, Kyle, Chad, Nick, Kyle continuing to lead. So here we go, the end of stage number 2 coming right up here. Here we go.
And it looks like our guy Kyle here has got it.
Yep. Nick. And Nick at the stripe was able to get by Chad for second in the stage.
Wow, nice driving.
So coming to the caution. So caution coming. There it is.
Wow, what a show Kyle has put on.
So we'll go ahead and go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready for stage number 3 here tonight. There we go. Stage number 3. All right, ready to go once again. It'll be stage number 3. We're getting ready for tonight. It'll be Winstead, Nick, Kyle. Ready to go. Chad will lead. Kyle, Brian, Kendall right there as well. So Chad will be ready to go. Kendall, Chad, Nick. So it'll be a heck of a run here. 195 on the board.
And, you know, now that Heath is starting in third, this could possibly make a change here in who wins this race.
So, yeah, exactly. Here we go. So we are ready to go. Yet again. Chad, Kendall, ready to go, and it's going to be one heck of a run here.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to come down to who's going to get the best start here.
Yes, sir. Ready to go to green here momentarily. Nick, Kyle, Chad, ready to go. So ready to go, 195 this time by. Coming to green.
Let's do some racing here.
Yes, sir.
And here we go.
Ready to go. Green flag in the air. Let's do it.
Chad with a good start.
Green flag in the air. Let's go. Green flag through. Back up to speed already. Now working by 170.
And holding off for this this stage.
Yeah, that's going to be so difficult. Trying to hang on. Chad, Kyle, Nick, right there as well. So everybody back at it. Winstead continuing to lead here down the front straightaway. 198 this time by. So Winstead pulling away from Heath. Good run.
Yeah, as long as he can maintain, we might have us a winner here.
Yes, sir. Paul, Christopher, Chad. Nice job. Brian, 199 on the board.
These two up front running side by side, battling all the time, reminds me of one thing that I seen when I went to Michigan.
What's
It
that, buddy?
reminds me of watching Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch battle it out for the lead.
Yes, sir. And they're continuing to do that, right? I mean, it's been like that all race. The only
Yeah.
difference here, the longest run, is going to be right on the edge of that fuel mileage race. And I mean, it is going to be on the edge of making it.
Yeah, by the time they make it to the end of this race, they're going to be running on fumes.
Nice job. Right now, nice job. Great racing.
Nice line getting backed up to the top in the straight and getting her down low in the corner. Nice and smooth.
Yes, sir. Chad, Kyle, Paul, Michael, Kirk, Brandon, Nick right there as well. So again, Winstead continuing to lead. Winstead out front, starting to pull back away a little by little. Nice
And
job.
that's exactly what he needs this stage, is to get out there and put some time between him and Kyle Heath.
Oh, it's all good, bud. I hate your aunt's in the hospital, buddy. Hope she's doing okay. Hall, 205 on the board. There's Winstead there as well. Winstead, Kyle, Winstead, Brian, Kendall, Kurt, Derek there as well. Brian, Nick, Winstead right there as well. 207 this time by. Brian. Paul, nice run. Derek, Michael Kirk hanging on. .208 this time by. Look at that, a little bit of a battle here between Kirk and Derek for position.
Oh, yeah.
Or excuse me, never mind. Kirk's 7 laps down. Derek's 3. Never mind. My apologies. Kendall 1 lap down. Brian up here, nice little battle with Nick Alford as well for position. 4 cars still on the lead lap at the moment. There's Ford, multiple laps down here. So Ford continues to be multiple laps down.
And look at Heath here, right back on Chad.
All right.
And looking to make a move at that.
210. 210 this time by. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Wow.
Thank God they held on to it and kept her green.
.211. So again, Chad continuing to lead. 212. 212 at 300. Kyle, Nick, Brian, Paul right there as well. Caution on the racetrack.
This is going to throw a wrench into Chad's lead here.
Let's take a look. Oh, 1 car around. I think that's Kendall Paul involved. It is Paul around. First incident of the night, lap 213. Got us all the way to 213 tonight before we had a problem. And it was Kurt getting turned around off the 49 and nowhere for Paul to go. Man, what a night. Folks, we're going to step aside for a moment. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Green flag back out and underway here tonight. Here we go. 217 on the board this time by. Nice
Chad
job.
Winstead with another good start there.
Winstead is gone. Nice work.
Kyle's still trying to make him work for that lead.
Yes, he is. So again, we got that yellow that kind of mixed it back up a little bit. Of course, Paul out of this one from that incident.
That's unfortunate. Tough break.
Nice job. 2 by 2 for position. There's Brian and Nick Alford right there. Derek back there, still 3 laps down. Meanwhile, Kyle Heath, look at this battle for the race lead. Heath in the outside wall.
Oh my goodness.
Winstead
Wow,
gonna
there for
get
a minute, I
clear.
thought he would get it, man.
Man,
Wow.
wow. Kyle. Nice work. Chad out front, continuing to lead. Kyle, Nick, Ryan, Derek there as well. 282 on the board. Chad continuing to lead.
Doing one heck of a job here,
Yes,
keeping
sir.
Kyle Heath at bay.
So again, 122 or 22, 222 on the board of 300 here tonight. Garrett fifth. Brian in fourth. Nice work. Good.
He's going down low for a move. Does he get
Nice
him?
job. Yep,
He
he got
clears
him.
Wow. Wow.
Well, crossover. Look at Chad. Got Chad back underneath. Chad gonna force it. Wow.
Wow.
225 on the board. One, 225 on the board. Derek, Kyle, Chad, right there as well. Nice job, single file up front.
You know, as many times as these guys have gotten side by side, I am surprised that there has been like zero contact with these two.
Yeah, it's been shocking, that's for sure. Kyle continuing to lead. So again, 122.26 this time by. Now again, Kyle continuing to lead. Nick, Brian, Derek, right there as well. Derek, Brian, Nick, Chad, Kyle, your top 5. Kyle continuing to lead. Nice work. So again, Chad hanging tight. Chad trying to get back to him the best he can. Can't do anything yet.
And it looks like this might be another one of them stages, man, where
Right?
Kyle just takes off.
130 on the board. So again, Kyle right there as well.
Man, I can tell you right now, if that was me in that driver's seat, I would be sweating.
Yes, sir. Derek, Kyle, Chad, Nick, Brian, Derek right there as well. Nice work. 232 or 231 on the board. This time by 232 and 300. So right now, 233 this time by. So again, Derek, Winstead, Nick, Brian, Dominic.
Chad looking like he's getting a little closer here to Kyle.
Yeah, he is actually. Getting a lot closer. Derek, Chad. Nice work. 235 this time by. Kurt, Zachary.
I think I see what Chad's doing here is a little trick. He's trying to get the better runoff out of the exit of the corner and get right on that back bumper.
Oh yeah, 237 this time by. Nice work right now, 237 this time by.
He is blazing quick out of that exit, man. He starts high, goes low, and then comes out hauling.
Kyle, Garrett, Michael, Brian back here in the pack, but again, Kyle Heath continuing to pull away yet again. So Heath checking out a little bit, but Winstead staying with him this time. Nice work.
Wow, man.
These guys have been at it all evening, man.
All night.
Chad, Kyle, Chad.
You know, to be able to do this all race long,
Over and over again.
Yeah, being familiar with the track has to come into play here for sure.
Yes, sir. And again, Kyle.
It almost makes you wonder how many laps have these guys actually put into this track for the race?
Hundreds at times, man. I've heard them say hundreds before. Right,
Yeah, I believe it.
Derek. $242. So again, Derek, Kyle, Brian, Nick. Michael Kirk there as well. Derek up to 5th. Brian in 4th. Kyle out front. Nice work. $244 on the board. Derek, Brian, Nick, Chad there as well. Kyle hanging tight. Good run for Kyle out front in front of Chad now. But look at that. Chad chasing him pretty tight right now.
Yeah, looking real tight.
Both cars went up the hill in 1 and 2. Winstead going to wash up there in 3 and 4.
Well, look at his exit, though. I think he's probably doing that just to get that little extra oomph out of the exit of the corner here. Because you notice when they come out of that corner, he has really got some speed coming out of there. And here he is on the inside going for the lead.
Oh, contact.
Contact.
Kyle, Nick, Garrett, Brian, Chad, Kyle. $246 on
These
the board.
3 right here have been good all night.
Yeah. Look at Nick closing.
Here
Nick
he
is
comes.
coming. $248 this time by. Here we go. Nick closing in on the top 2. I think we're going to have a 3-car dance at the front of the field for the win in this one.
Yeah, here he comes. He ain't giving up yet.
Nick closing rapidly. Down the back straightaway. Nice job. Chad. Kyle. Winstead.
Ooh, getting right close to his bumper there.
Yeah.
Any predictions at this point?
I have no idea. Kyle and Chad 1 and 2. Right now.
They're all in a line. 1, 2, 3.
Winstead. Kyle there as well. Nice job. Chad Winstead holding on. Derek there in the mix also. Kyle Heath. Nice job.
Look at Nick coming in here.
Nick out of nowhere right to the back bumper. The 54 Kirk there now. He's a lap down. He's not going to count in this. But we have a 3-car battle at the front of this field. Nice job. Now down to the bottom they go. 3 cars, nose to tail, and a pigs in a blanket right now.
It don't get any better than this right here, man.
Kyle, nice job. Nose to tail here right to the bottom. Look at this. He's all over the left rear. Wow.
And we got a fight here for the lead.
I mean, he got all over that left rear quarter panel. Forced Winstead up the hill.
Oh, man.
Nice job.
All right, Chad, you got an answer for this?
He's got to answer, and he's got to answer quick. Alfred really closing in as well. Wow. 255 on the board. Kyle. Went instead. Nick. Chad. Derek. Brian right there as well. Kyle.
Chad over here trying to get to his bumper one more time.
Yeah, trying to get back to him. Nice job right to the back bumper. Trying to figure out. Here he goes.
Here he goes. Here's the crossover here.
Deep.
Is it going to work? Not this time.
Nope.
Not enough. Great effort. There for a minute, man, it looked like he had his number.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for it, but it just didn't work out. Nick. Brian, Derek there as well.
Nick trying to make a move here.
Kyle. The battling up front continues. Kyle, Chad. Kyle continuing to lead. So Kyle,
And he's getting all over him one more time here.
right there to him. One, 261 on the board.
And here he goes again, another shot at the move here. Coming out of the corner, who is it? Who is it?
It's going to be Kyle hanging tight.
Oh,
Nice job. Kyle. Nice job. Holds him off. Look at Nick, though. He's right there to the back bumper and not going anywhere.
yeah, keeping right there with him.
Nice job. 164 on the board. Again, Kyle. 160.
Nick Alford over here playing a little monkey see, monkey do with Chad, trying to mimic every move.
He's definitely trying. 264. Coming down to the end of this one tonight. It's been a heck of a race all evening long. 164 this time by. Man, oh man alive.
This one keeping you on your toes, isn't it?
It definitely is. Man, we are nose to tail yet again. Derek right there doing everything he can do. Kyle, nice run. Kyle trying to get away from Chad. Nick there right in line. Nice work all the way through. Kyle continuing to hang tight. Great work. Closing down towards the end of it here tonight. It's been a heck of a race all evening. Kyle, Chad, Nick, your top three. It'll be 30 to go. So 30 to go here.
And look at the gap Kyle has made now.
Right? That gap starting to open back up. Coming down to the end. Kyle continuing to lead. Nice work. We are almost down to the final 30 laps tonight, buddy. One car on pit road. Now we will have to watch the end here on fuel. If they try to stretch it or if they just jump down and grab fuel. What do you think?
I think that the top three are just going to go for it, man. What do they got to lose at this point?
I agree.
They're all on the lead lap, and by the looks of it, I mean, the last stage is relatively right around the same amount of laps. So I think that they're going to make it. I think they're going to do it here.
Well, then why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I agree,
Unless
buddy.
yellow happens to come out. Oh, look at Derek here. Coming right up onto the leader.
Now he's 6 laps down, but he's got a little bit fresher tires here tonight. But he is like 5-6 laps down.
He just come out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, those fresher tires will do that.
Yeah. Chad here getting close one more time.
There's Chad.
I think he's got an answer for that.
Right to the
You
back.
might have something for him.
Think about it, buddy. We got 3 cars on the lead lap right now.
Wow, they're the only ones left.
Only ones left on the lead lap. Nice
Jeez.
job. Down the back. Kyle continuing to lead.
What's going to happen here with this lap down car right in front of him?
Yes, sir. Right down to the corner.
Oh, they're both just going to dive. Here they go.
Yep.
Nice job. Nice job.
Right to the back bumper yet again. Here we go. 275 this time by.
You know, this is awesome for me because this is your classic Chevy versus Ford here, and I'm a big, big Mustang fan.
Chad all over the back bumper. Really trying to pressure Kyle out of the way. Crossover coming. Here we go.
Here they go into the corner. Who's it going to be?
I think that Ford's going to get clear.
There he goes. Oh, yes.
Not quite.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Can he get clear here at some point?
Not yet. Oh, man. What a battle.
Chad's got to try to drive it in deep. Whoa.
Oh, man. Oh, that was almost contact.
Well, that's going to cost Chad. He's going to have to regather himself to get back to him. It's going to take a minute. Wow.
Here he comes.
He's back.
Holy cow.
Yes, sir. Kyle. Chad. There's Kyle, Chad, Nick, Kyle continuing to lead. Nice job. 280 on the board. This time by.
That means we got, what, 30 laps left?
20 to go this time.
20 to go, okay.
Working their way through. 20 to go. Chad Heath has got to hold off Chad 20 more trips.
And there's Nick once again coming up to him.
Nick trying to figure it out. $20 to go. Nice work. 19 to go this time by.
Who's going to be the first one here to solve the puzzle and win this race?
Winstead's back to him again.
Oh, man.
Nice work.
What's he going to do
Chad
here?
Winstead right there. He's got to make a move. 3 cars under a blanket here. 18 to go.
Here he goes. He's peeking to the inside a little bit. Nick chewing on his bumper here.
17 to go. But right now, Kyle up front. 16 to go.
Still got just a little bit here left.
$15 to go. Chad. Nick there as well. 15 to go. So Kyle continuing to hang on. Kyle continuing to lead. 15 to go. Taking a look. Kyle.
Oh, man.
Working hard out front.
I'm chomping at the bit here, dude. I'm wanting to see another run for that lead.
Right. 13 to go. Nick trying to figure it out as well.
This
12
really
to
has
go.
tonight, man.
Yes, it has. So 12 to go. Kyle continuing to hold tight in front of Chad. 1 and 2. Now working through. 10 to go. Take a look. Winstead. 10 to go. He's got 10 more attempts at this. 10 laps to try to figure it out. Yeah, he did. He got way free there for a moment. Man. 10 to go. Now 9 to go. Oh boy, this is going to be a dash to the end. You think Chad can get to him and do something?
I'm hoping for him. Like, I'm rooting for the guy. He's really put on a good race, and man, I'd love to see him go for it one more time.
Me as well.
Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, the last 3 laps, it was 3 wide down the track with these guys?
Yeah. Kyle continuing to lead, 8 to go. Coming to it. Trying his best to get there the best he can. Chad Winstead the second. Man. Chad trying to close, just can't get there.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. 6 to go. Hanging tight.
This is going to be a patience game here.
I don't think
Chad.
I don't think Chad can get there. I think he's burning up. Quite honestly. I think he's burnt the tires up, buddy.
That's a possibility.
I mean, I could be wrong, but with 5 to go, I don't know if he's got enough to make it happen. Nice work. So again, Derek there as well. Kyle, 4 to go. Kyle. Chad. What can you do? 3 laps to go this time by. Nick, I just don't think he's close enough, buddy. I think he's going to come away with another one.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. He's looking really, really good right now.
I think Chad gave it everything he had and just couldn't do it.
Unfortunately, what he was doing earlier is what he needed to be doing right now.
Kyle. Chad. 2 to go.
Whoa.
Chad got free there. Kyle too far up. There's nothing Chad can do at this point. 1 to go at Dover.
Let's see what happens here. I think we may be looking at your race winner here, guys.
Yeah, he's too far up. 1.1 the gap. Heath down the back straightaway. Chad.
I gotta hand it to the top 3,
Wow.
man. Great driving, you guys. Awesome stuff.
Kyle does it. Holds off Chad. Nick 3rd.
Wow, man.
Oh.
He sure
Kyle.
gave her a good try, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Nice job. Wow. Holy moly.
Burn it down, buddy. You deserve it.
Kyle back to victory lane again. All right. Let's see if we can talk to him.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kyle, you got a copy.
Yeah, I sure do, buddy.
Back to victory lane yet again, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm so tired. I worked my booty off on that one.
Well, it worked out for you, brother.
Yeah, it did. That last caution we had, I couldn't hold it no more. I had to get up and run to the bathroom. There was no way I was going to make it those last 100 laps.
Right? That's rough when you're green flag running like that.
Yeah, it is.
Well, man. Go ahead, Mike.
That was some really, really good driving. I was watching you and Chad the whole race, and you guys back and forth, and it just, man, it was some really good racing.
Yeah, my hands are tired. That one caution, man, I was just like kind of happy that we had stage cautions and stuff because I was so wore out. Like there ain't, I give props to these actual race car drivers. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done for.
Yeah, I hope I make it to work in the morning.
Well, 300 laps later, and you're setting at victory lane, buddy.
Hey, that's a win-win right there, especially at Dover. That's a tough track. It really is. I mean, you gotta stay on your P's and Q's. You miss your mark, and you can lose a couple tenths of a second.
Well, man, you did a great job.
Well, everybody did a great job. I mean, that track you can't really overdrive it. If you overdrive it, you're gonna cook your tires, either your right front or your right rear. But that was a heck of a battle between me and Chad. I mean, that was awesome.
And that's what exactly I was talking about before the race started. That this is one of those tracks, man. You gotta really save tire because it'll eat them up before you know it. And dude, like, great job on preserving your tires, man. Because I mean, look at the show you put on, dude. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah. The first couple of times I ever raced Dover, I didn't know what to expect, and I had it rough until I finally got the hang of how you drive this track. And before I knew it, whenever I moved up to the next gens at this track, I just wanted to wear out my right rear tire. I didn't know what to do, and I actually got more practice with this track, and I kind of figured out what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, you definitely. We could definitely tell that you know the track like the back of your hand to be able to pull off a race like that, man. All 3 stages were yours. That is insane.
Well, that's gonna be 4 wins in 5 weeks, dude.
Oh Lord! You know how many leagues I raced in? I lose track. That's crazy. That really is.
Overall, you've got, hang on, we'll count them up for you really quick. 1, uno, dos, tres, cuadrincos, I can't do Spanish, I tried. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll make win number 5 for you, sir, on the season.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
5 of 11 races has went your way.
So I'm just going to go out there and say this now. The next round for your guys' league, I'm looking to see you pull another really good race like that, man. That I've become a fan. That was awesome, dude.
Well, there's other league I'm in. We just got through doing Kansas, and I think that's our next race here in this league. So I've gotten probably about 200 laps worth of Kansas. So the race surface might be different between the heat and all that, but Kansas pretty much races the same no matter what the temperature is, unless it's nighttime. That's a big difference.
Yes.
I don't know if we're going to be racing at night or at day.
I think it'll be a daytime race, buddy.
Okay. So I know kind of what to expect then.
There you go, man. Well, congratulations, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
And good luck next week, man.
Yes, sir. I hope to see you there too.
Oh, I'll be there.
All right.
All right, there we go. Well, we'll let Kyle go. We'll grab Chad. Chad, P2 tonight, man.
Yep, another bridesmaids finish. I wish I could win as many races as I come in second in all my leagues. Dominant win by Kyle. It's really fun racing with him and battling for the win. I thought I might have something for him. It was just really, really hard to pass on that last run. And then coming to about 3 to go, I felt like I was closing back in, and my freaking sim rig started coming apart on me and caused me to get loose. So it is what it is.
It is
Man.
what it is. Go ahead.
Coming into this race, not knowing any of you guys, like, it was just awesome to see you and Kyle back and forth. That for me, like, and all the green flag laps, and you guys are just battling back and forth. Like, you don't really see that on iRacing. Usually, if someone's going back and forth like that, there's going to be an accident.
Yeah. Kyle and I have we've been racing together like 5 or 6 weeks in a row now, and him and I have had some really good battles, and we've kept it clean that entire time. So kudos to him. I kind of pride myself on racing clean. I think tonight's the first night we even made contact. I think he got a little loose on my outside at one point, and we kind of door banged, and it's fun when that happens, and doesn't take each other out. So. Once again, props to him. I mean, he dominated this race. He's been dominating the last few weeks, and it's hard to have anything for him. He's just got that little bit of an edge when it comes to the tire saving and staying fast. And I felt like I finally figured it out on that last run and had something for him, and just couldn't quite pull it off at the end. It's really, really tough to pass here. I figured out. It's actually my first Dover race ever, other than an Xfinity race here on Monday in the officials, and it's a crazy track.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
watching you for the whole night, man, like that last little push you got to get in front of Kyle, I thought that was gonna be it, man. He's got him. I thought for sure you had his number, and then he's right back at it again.
Yeah, tell me about it. I felt that way a couple of times tonight where I got in front of him, and I'm like, finally, now I can pull away. And next thing I know, he's driving on my inside, driving on my outside. It was something. So it was a fun race. Hopefully, it was a good show for the broadcast, because I don't think it let up for those last 100 laps there.
No, it really didn't. That was some good stuff, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I've almost got a blister on my right hand, even I wear gloves, and I've got a freaking blister on my right hand from this race, and that's the first time that's ever happened in like 2 years of iRacing.
I don't even think that's happened to me yet.
Yeah, I was gripping it.
Well, man, again, congratulations. A great job, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Matt, and Mike. Appreciate y'all putting on the broadcast and everything. It was fun, and I got to get to bed. I got a long day tomorrow and another race tomorrow night. So,
All right.
Look
props to
forward
you
to
guys.
seeing you at the next one, man.
Yep. See you later, bud.
Yes, sir. I won't be here next week, but I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll see y'all.